Within controlled airspace, the ATS service will make sure that all controlled flights are separated from each other to comply with the first requirement of the service. That is, to prevent collision. Separation can be achieved by vertical separation, horizontal separation, or a mixture of both, composite separation. Such separation is applied as a defined standard and is known as separation minima. Separation can also be introduced to achieve spacing between aircraft that may be affected by wake turbulence, and to facilitate timed arrivals and departures at aerodromes. Separation is applied between all flights in Class A and B airspaces. Between IFR flights in Class C, D and E airspaces. Between IFR flights and VFR flights in Class C airspace. Between IFR flights and special VFR flights. Between special VFR flights when so prescribed by the appropriate ATS authority. Air traffic controllers will not issue any clearance or instruction to execute a maneuver that would reduce spacing below the applicable separation minima. Should it be the case that an aircraft cannot maintain the standard separation minima required for normal navigation, usually in cases of emergency or unlawful interference, then a composite separation may be applied, where altitude and track separation of not less than half that specified in the normal standard is applied. Essential air traffic is defined as that controlled traffic to which separation is applicable, but in relation to other controlled flights is not or will not be separated by the required minimum. Essential traffic information is passed to all controlled flights when they constitute essential traffic to each other. Vertical separation is achieved by requiring aircraft using the same ultimate settings to fly at different levels, expressed in terms of flight levels or altitudes dependent upon magnetic track. The vertical separation minimum, the SAM, is a nominal 1,000 feet below flight level 290 and a nominal 2,000 feet at or above this level, and within designated airspace, subject to a regional air navigation agreement, a nominal 1,000 feet below flight level 410 or a higher level where so prescribed for use in special conditions, and then a nominal 2,000 feet at or above this level. Horizontal separation relates to the distance between aircraft in the horizontal plane. It may be longitudinal or lateral. Lateral separation shall be applied so that the distance between those portions of the intended routes for which the aircraft are to be laterally separated is never less than an established distance that will account for navigational differences and above a zone. The buffer zone is determined by the authority and is applied to all methods of separation. Lateral separation of aircraft at the same level is obtained by visual observation, use of navigational aids or the use of area navigation or NAV navigational equipment. The means by which lateral separation may be achieved include geographical separation, which is separation achieved by aircraft positively identifying geographic ground features to ensure they remain separated, track separation, which is separation achieved between aircraft using the same navigation aid or method. Flying divergent track for a distance of 15 nautical miles on differing angles from differing types of navigational beacons, VOA track divergence of 15 degrees, NDB track divergence of 30 degrees and dead reckoning DR fixed track divergence 45 degrees. Should aircraft be using different navigational aids to derive separation, then the buffer zones must not overlap. For aircraft using area navigation are nav within defined airspace or whilst on parallel routes where RMP is specified, the lateral separation between aircraft flying using a nav may be obtained by requiring those aircraft to fly the center lines of the parallel tracks or ATS routes. Space at a distance that ensures the protected airspace does not overlap. Longitudinal separation is more complex to apply. In procedural air traffic control, not radar control, the position of the aircraft is accepted as the position that the pilot reports. This is obviously as accurate as the pilot and the navigational equipment he is using is able to be. Positions are usually reported as geographic positions, supported by navigational aids or specified radio navigational fixes. Clearly, separation standards are assumed to be imposed during IMC flight. When applying procedural separation or possible errors must be allowed for and then a safety buffer applied. Longitudinal separation is applied in terms of time or distance. Longitudinal separation is applied so that the spacing between the estimated positions of the aircraft being separated is nevertheless than a prescribed minimum. Three conditions of longitudinal separation situations exist. The same track case applies when the tracks of two aircraft that require separation converge or diverge by an angular difference of less than 45 degrees or more than 315 degrees and whose protection areas overlap. The reciprocal track case applies when the tracks of two aircraft requiring separation converge or diverge by an angular difference of more than 135 degrees but less than 225 degrees and whose protection areas overlap. Crossing tracks are defined as tracks which intersect at angles other than those we have mentioned previously. The ICAO separation standards are set out in the ICAO document 44-44, Procedures for Air Navigation Services, Air Traffic Management, PANS ATM.